Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Novika.
My name is Sinika Anwar.
Today we would like to present about
The article, and we will answer some question that has given from Miss Iin.
the title of article is Slips of the Tongue produced by Indonesian children in casual conversation, and the topics of article is explained about speech production processed by human beings, slips of the tongue or SOT, and are unintentional errors that might occur in children's speech.
Every article, of course, has the M, and from this article, the M of this article is to finding the type of slip of the tongue, the frequency slip of the tongue, and the involved linguistic units and error mechanism in slip of the tongue. The participants are 24 children speech age 4 until 9 years old. The results show that 18 slip of the tongue occur and were categorized into 6 types out of 11 types of slip of the tongue using Harley's types 2001. There are phoneme anticipation when the following phoneme of a word show up too soon in a possibility to replace the unit that should have appeared later on. Second, phoneme perseveration is the phoneme that has already spoken in the previous word or reoccurs again and replaces the intended phoneme. Third, affix dilation. When an affix can be prefix or suffix of a word is deleted or omitted. Fourth, phoneme exchange. When the exchanging place of two phoneme happens. Fifth, phoneme deletion. When one or more phonemes are deleted. And the last, word substitution. When the intended words are substituted with the other word. And the word substitution is the most frequent type of slip of the tongue produced by the children with the percentage 44.2%. In terms of error mechanism, the slip of the tongue types that occur include phoneme anticipation, phoneme perseveration, phoneme exchange, affix dilation, phoneme deletion, and word substitution. Include the mechanism of anticipation, perseveration, exchange, deletion, substitution, and exclude the mechanism of blend. Among those error mechanisms, it is noticeable that substitution and deletion are very frequent. It is because they are non-contextually determined errors. Meanwhile, anticipation, perseveration, and exchange is infrequent because they are contextually determined errors or they are caused by the linguistic context in which the error occurs.
As the most frequent type of SOT, the word substitution happen noticeably with certain pattern. First, the word substitution happen in the content word or open class word. It didn't occur in function word or open class word. Second, the intended word which substituted intended words always has similar word class with the intended word. Third, the substituted words are associated with the uttered words by form and by meaning. Now we will answer the question that has given from Ms. Ian. The first question is explain why the article discuss the topic you choose. And the answer is because the topic that we choose is speech production and the title of the article is Slips of the Tongue produced by Indonesian children in casual conversation. So, the article is related with the topic that we choose. This article discusses speech errors in speech production and slip of the tongue include in speech errors. Slip of the tongue itself is an error in the form of intentional movement, addition, deletion, blending, substitution, and happens involuntarily within utterance, and SOTs become a window into the process of speech production. Theory by Harley, 2001. There are several types of speech errors such as blend, anticipation, preservation, substitution, and spoonerism. Meanwhile, there are 6 types of the speech errors that occur in the article, especially for slip of the tongue. Those types are phoneme anticipation, phoneme preservation, phoneme exchange, affix deletion, phoneme deletion, and the last is a word substitution. Now I will explain about blending, anticipation, preservation, and the last is spoonerism. First is blending. Blending is the ability to join speech sounds together to make words. It's a crucial phonemic awareness skill to help students to read unfamiliar words. And then anticipation. Anticipation is the sense that stuttering will occur before it is physically and overtly realized. And the third is preservation of speech. It's a type of speech disorder that involves repeating words, phrase, or sounds. It is disorder that is type of aphasia. And then preservation can also mean that a person gets stuck or fixated on a certain topic in conversation. And the last one is spoonerism. Spoonerism is a verbal error in which speaker accidentally transpose the initial sounds or letters to or more words.
Now I will answer the second question, and the second question is, what do you think you can apply in your future teaching based on the article? Based on the article, to avoid slip of the tongue, we can apply the tongue twister method and speech repetition in speaking to students. Tongue twister, which means twisting of the tongue, is a series of words that have a similar pronunciation. Tongue twister effects are achieved by asking participants to spend a short time silently reading a sequence of words and then to say them out loud without reading repeatedly and as quickly as possible. For the example of tongue twister is Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Meanwhile, speech repetition occurs when individuals speak the sounds that they have heard another person pronounce or say. In other words, it is the saying by one individual of the spoken vocalization made by another individual. Speech repetition requires the person repeating the utterance to have the ability to map the sounds that they hear from the other person's oral pronunciation to similar places and manners of articulation in their own vocal tract. Both methods can be applied to avoid slip of the tongue or speech errors in speech production in children.
Maybe enough for our presentation.
Thanks for your attention, and we are say sorry if we make a mistake.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.